This is Pretty Unhinged.
I forgot to say that with you.
1,
2, 3.
This is Pretty Unhinged.
Yeah, you better. Yeah, you better.
Hello, pretty people. Welcome back to another episode of Pretty Unhinged.
Today we are talking about friendships, red flags, green flags, and everything in between.
Okay, can we talk about how...
I'm sorry, Tolu's going through puberty. What do you want to talk about, Tolu?
They do say that you go through your second puberty, 25 to 28.
I agree with that. And I feel like you hit another puberty when you get to be 30.
I get hotter? Oh, period. You know, they say 30 is really just 20 with money.
I know. It's like the 20s. I don't know if that's like because we're in LA.
No. And just in general, that's in Houston, I was hearing that, look, girl, don't worry. When you hit 30, it's just 20 with money because you're still hot. You're still young and hot, but now you also have sense. You're more financially and fiscally responsible.
And just like stable in
exactly.
every way possible. Yeah, exactly. So something to look forward to.
Oh, wait. And then speaking of, okay, so we already know that Jill is my adult friend. Like a true adult, because I feel like I'm exiting pre-adulthood.
Yeah.
Just being in my late 20s, I feel like you really become an adult.
Yeah.
When you're 30. Right now, I'm still just like cosplaying adultness.
I still feel like a small child.
Really?
Like if I had a child right now, it would be like a teen pregnancy. 100%.
It never gets better, basically.
But I feel like you always feel like a kid.
I feel like if you have just that youthful exuberance about you.
I cannot.
That youthful exuberance about you, it never goes. Because honestly, my dad, he's approaching 60, and I swear that dude is like a 22-year-old man.
I know. I don't think it changes. I mean, my mom is like 75, and she's like, I still feel like I'm like in my 20s.
That is
like, okay.
no, literally. Okay, so we basically, moral of the story: if you want to, you will be young and hot forever. You just gotta think it, and then you will be it.
Mm-hmm.
Can we talk about the fact that it took us like 2.5 weeks just to schedule this time for us to shoot this episode for you pretty people?
No, there is something about like scheduling as an adult. It's like, let me pencil this in.
No, I feel like
let's like circle back in a month or two. It's
period.
Like, what? I don't know what that is, but it's so hard to like lock in dates. Like we were supposed to shoot this a couple days ago, and then we had this event that we went to, and we were like, Tolu showed up. Like
I showed up full glam.
Beats,
I
like,
was
full beat to the gods.
ready. I had my purple eyeshadow, blush for days. Like I came ready for you, folks. I mean, I'm still ready because I never gotta get ready because I stay ready. I really came ready for you, folks. But we had a Pixie event for Pixie Beauty, and literally we were sitting on this couch, camera on, mics in hand, and we were like, okay, if we shoot this episode now.
Yeah, like as soon as like I pressed
looking
record,
at the time,
and Tolu's like, so I have an idea, and I was like, yeah, you don't want to shoot today.
No. She said, bitch, I know what the fuck you're gonna say. I said, no. Wait, listen, hear me out. She's like, I know what you're gonna say.
I mean, like the thing about us too, it's like we drag ass. So like if we were to shoot that episode, we would never have gone to the Pixie event. No. And we needed to go to the Pixie event because one thing about Pixie,
girl, she gonna show up and show out for us. That's our second Pixie event that we've been to together. Mm-hmm. And literally every single time it's a 10 out of 10 because
I know,
one, they come prepared. The open bar be open, honey. She be open that bar. Open, honey.
No, yeah.
And then they have like literally it's a buffet of Pixie products. And like if you're in LA, you know how the influencer events are. Sometimes, they'll give you a little goodie bag. Like what you get is what you get. Pixie, they give you an empty bag and they're like, just go crazy.
It said, you can have whatever you like. Don't tempt us with a good time.
That's
because we will put everything and more in our bags.
We're going to make it a great time.
Our bags were like, I could weightlift with them.
No.
We went a little hard in the paint. But, I mean, to be expected, you got to.
I said, you know what? If you want us to go crazy, we will go pretty unhinged. But literally, that's what I'm saying. So like 80% of adult friendships to me is just synchronizing your schedule, because first off, it took us like a week to get the schedule because Jilly has a big girl job, right?
I know.
She has a big girl job. So it took us like almost a week just to say, okay, let's shoot on Thursday.
No, because why does syncing a schedule feel harder than like setting up a date, like with your friends specifically. Like we just had like a little friend date with our friend Sabrina, and I am not kidding. That was like
the group chat was crazy.
We're like, we could do the 25th. Oh, we can't do that.
Happens.
We could do it 8 p.m. No,
I can only do
6. I was like, it's just like, I don't know what that is. Like when you get older, it's just so hard to like, I mean, life is just lifing, but
I think it really comes from like, you know, our friendships before, like when we were in school, when we were in high school, college. Really, it was a friendship of proximity. Monday, Wednesday, Friday, I see the same people every day at 2:00. And then Tuesday, Thursday, I see the same people every day at 3. So, but now as an adult, it's like, if I want to see you, I literally have to make the conscious decision that I want to see Jill. So I'm going to fit her into my schedule. Because now it's not like I have the forced proximity. I see Jill by fire, by force, whether I like it or not, every single day at 2:00.
I know.
Now, if I want to see Jill at 2:00 on a Tuesday, I got to make sure that Jill also want to see me 2:00 on a Tuesday.
Do you think about like all the friends that you grew up with? And that's why like a lot of times people will say in your 20s, your circles will like significantly shift and you like lose, I think, like half of your friends. I just saw this thing like Mel Robbins was saying every 7 years you lose half your friends as like a female, like female friendships specifically. And I kind of do agree with that because I went through like my roster and I clean shop like hardcore. Like I have like 0 friends and counting. I mean, I'm kidding. But
no, you have more.
Yeah, no. But like it really is like you start to realize like, oh, are you my friend because of the proximity and like the things that like, you know, like school and like whatever is bonding us together, or are we like friends because we actually want to be friends? Yeah. And I think that's what happens in your 20s. Like you really do start to evaluate like, oh, is this person good for me? Or are they just like in the area? Because there were so many friends that were just in my fucking zip code. And
no,
like,
I had so many cullings of friendship. Like
that's the word of the day.
That's the word, culling.
Cullings. It reminds me of like Edward Cullen.
Edward! Y'all, can I talk about my Twilight era?
Yes, Loca.
Okay, so, you know, before the movie came out, I was very much a Team Edward girly. I was like, you can't tell me nothing. I was really waiting because Twilight came out when I was in junior high. So I had like, there was a fine line between reality and fantasy for me. In my mind, I was like, I'm going to meet my vampire husband. That didn't happen, obviously, because, you know, I'm here. But then when the movies came out, I said, oh, I'm sorry, this is who Taylor Lautner is. I mean, this is who Jacob is supposed to look like. I said, fuck Edward. Respectfully, I loved him in the books. Fuck Edward in the movies because Taylor Lautner.
Not her licking her mic. So it's so funny because I was never a Twilight girl. I never cared for it.
Wait, you never read the books?
First of all, I don't read. You know what's really bad? And that's another thing about being an adult. Like, are we still reading? The last time I actually sat down and read a book was in college. And I think...
No. Now she's reading more because what did I see on her nightstand? Can I tell him?
Yeah, The Art of Seduction.
Yeah.
But I am like 2 pages deep, bitch.
No, did I?
No, I'm not kidding. And I bought the audiobook because I am really trying to read again. Like, I do feel we got to like work our brains out.
Wait, I will literally read that book with you. Because that's on my list. Okay. I'm reading another one right now, but I will switch to the Laws of Seduction.
Okay.
48
Maybe we gotta like be like accountability.
Yeah, let's do a book club.
Okay.
Just the 2 of us. I'm sorry.
Just the 2 of us.
Hey,
we can make it if we try. But no, going back to Twilight. I recently just watched it at my big age this year. For the first time. Never saw it, never cared to, never wanted to. I died. First of all, production on the first episode.
Production was crazy. I'm so sorry.
Was absolutely diabolical.
Did you see the scene where like the car was about to hit her? Yeah. And then Edward's like, shh. And then he like stops the car like this, and watching it because I watched it when I was in 8th grade. I dragged my mother to the theater and I was like, Mom, I have to watch Twilight or I will die.
I never understood the craze. Like I never understood like what bitches were like losing their minds over.
It's so funny because that movie was cinematic gold to me. And then like I'm just imagining my African mother in her 40s just watching this like, what the is this?
Questioning like this is my child.
Anyway, so I feel like synchronizing your calendars is like honestly, I feel like adult friendships really show like who's going to be your friend forever and who's not. Because now if you want to be my friend for real, you have to make the conscious decision that, hey, look, I'm going to schedule out time for us to hang out. I'm going to make sure that it works for you. It works for me. Like, as opposed to, you know, back then it was just like, I saw this bitch every Tuesday and Thursday. I see her every Monday, Wednesday, Friday. Like, or even if you like go to church, I see her every Sunday.
Are you like someone like, I can't talk to my friends every day?
I have set people that I talk to like every day or every other day. Yeah. And it's you, it's PETA, it's my parents. Everybody else, it's like it's kind of like a pulse check. Like, hey girl. All right, cool. We done locked that in. We still friends, and then we can keep pushing from there.
Like adulting is really just like a pulse check. That's like the best way to put it. It's like, hey, we're good. We're cool. Okay. Like, hey, you good? You're thriving in your life. Amazing. I'm thriving in mine. Let's circle back in like a month or two.
Yeah. Or let's pick this back up 6 months. Yeah.
And I think like the best type of friendships are the ones where like you don't need to check in. Yeah. Like all of my good friends, like my best friends are like low maintenance bitches. Like my best friend, Rebecca, I know I don't need to check up on her. We can go like a month sometimes. Like if she's like traveling or something, it's like I don't need to be like, are you good? Like I know if you're not good, you would hit me up. You could hit me up, yeah. And if you want to chat, you can, but like you still are titled as best friend because like that. I don't expect like too much from you.
My oldest friend, because remember we were talking about like how every 7 years you go through a culling of friends, right?
Not the culling.
It's literally the culling.
Wait, that's where we started. Fucking full circle. Culling into Edward Cullen. Because I was thinking when we were talking about Twilight, I'm like,
talking about Twilight.
How do we get there?
The ADHD is crazy.
No, and I also did make us espresso martinis today.
Yeah, I'm feeling really bonita right now. Hold on.
In our Love is Blind
goblet.
In our Love is Blind goblet. It's so like reality TV coded for continuity. You know that's why they do that? Yes. You know, you were on reality TV.
I was like, do I know?
You're like, bitch, I was seasoned.
Baby, I don't know this. I've been through this. Twice. Thank you. Reality TV veteran at this point. Yeah. Can I call myself a veteran now that I've been on 2 shows?
I think you could.
Oh my God, that's such a flex. But yeah, so I was saying that every 7 years we go through a culling of friends, right? It's so funny.
No, let's say it like 8 more times.
A culling of friends.
It sounds like the goblet of fire or something.
Yeah, no.
It sounds aggressive.
We throw the friends that are no longer necessary in the goblet of fire.
Yeah. And I think that's easier to do when you get older. Like for me, if like a friend is really not, I mean, I know I let some people hang on the roster. Okay.
Yes, you do. But
yeah, we're not going to talk about that.
Yeah. We're not going to talk about that. Going through the culling of friends.
You guys, we're going to put, wait, hold on. We're going to actually put
a tally. Meter. How many times we say culling.
Also, note to self, let's not make espresso martinis before we shoot an episode.
I feel like let's make more espresso martinis. Look at that. Actually, maybe we shouldn't do espresso martinis because I'm already fucking up the signboard.
Going back to the culling.
Okay, so anyway, I'm trying to get on Eugene.
I know.
So every 7 years, okay, Jill said that. Mel Robbins said that.
No, I was looking at a clip right before we started shooting of Mel Robbins saying that every like female friendship, like normally female friendships. Hello, that was a struggle. Normally female friendships, culling, have a culling.
Yes.
And you like recycle friends, like, or not recycle, but I guess you let go of like half your friendships every 7 years.
You throw some bitches off the island. You got to kick bitches off the island. So I agree with that because I feel like, honestly, I'm not even going to cap. Mine be like every 4 or 5 years. I'm like, do I really like you? Do I really like this bitch? I don't know if I do.
I think it's important though to take like inventory. Like I definitely do. I'll be like, okay, like let me look through my like list of friends that I hit up on like the regular. Mm-hmm. Like, are they like giving me what I need at this moment?
And even if you don't hit them up on the regular, like which friends, because that's what was going on. Okay, so every 7 years we go through the culling, right?
Yeah.
But my oldest friendship is my best friend from 8th grade. We've known each other since 6th grade, but we hated each other at first. So then we became besties 8th grade. And literally he's my closest guy friend and one of my besties to today, right? And that was 8th grade, 9, 10, 11, 12.
Not the finger counting.
12. And then 15 years, we've been friends for 50. I literally counted with my fingers. I don't give a fuck. I'm not ashamed. 15 years we've been friends. And my thing is with Eugene, and his name is Eugene. With Eugene, we don't talk. Me and Eugene could talk like once every 2 months. And literally when we do like a quick little pulse check, like, hey girl, how you doing? How's LA? I'll be like, hey, how's med school? How you doing? And then, hey, want to plan a trip this summer? Yeah, let's plan our summer trip. And then boom, like, literally the most low maintenance friendship, but when I tell you it's one of the most fulfilling friendships I have in my life, and he's my oldest friend. So I feel like you don't need to have people that like every single day y'all are like, though I do have my everyday friends like you, PETA. Like I don't think we do we go a day without talking?
Like rarely. No. Yeah. And I think a lot of it is like, you know, we're like working on stuff together, but I think we would probably stay in touch. And anyways.
Even PETA, I talk to her, my best friend, I talk to her every single day, maybe like every other day maximum. We don't go 2 consecutive days without talking. So yeah, I have my everyday friends, but those low maintenance friends, those are the friends that like, you know, are truly going to withstand the test of time, because I don't have to be in your face.
I feel like in dating, a lot of times we talk about like anxious attachment, secure attachment. I feel like the long distance friends that you just know are good and you know your homies and there's nothing like there's drama if you don't talk for a couple weeks. Those are like the like secure, like that's like a secure attachment style.
And that's why the high maintenance friends, like at least for me personally, because I am a low maintenance girly, like I will not be in your face every single day unless you want me in your face every single day. And vice versa. Please do not be in my face every single day, because I probably don't want you in my face every single day.
Right.
But I've noticed that like my high maintenance friends, those genuinely don't last longer than maybe 2 years. I feel like after 2 years, I'm kind of over it. Like, you're too much.
I know. And it's like, yeah, be there, support your friends. Like if someone's going through something, but there has to like be like a point.
No, pretty people need to know what we mean by high maintenance. What do you mean by high maintenance?
A friend that is always draining you, that is like a me, not like a me, you, me. It's like the conversation is just very one-sided. There's always a crisis.
Yes.
Like having those types of friends around, they like, 1, they hinder you. 2, they're just fucking distractions.
Yeah.
And 3, like, I don't know. It's very, for me at least, I can speak from my own experiences. Like having a friend that's very high maintenance, it's just like, I basically like I should be on fucking retainer.
Yeah,
because
true.
You're asking for my time, like my energy, and it's just too much. I don't know, but what do you think?
No, exactly that. I feel like a high maintenance friend for me is like a friend who. And for me, high maintenance doesn't necessarily mean like a friend that I have to talk to every single day, because I talk to you every single day.
Right.
And
that's
you are
and
low
it's
maintenance.
like we can talk all the time, but we're not like coming in with like the building is burning and like I need to get out. It's like
what do we call it? The crisis friend. The friend who is always in crisis was like, oh my God, this is happening. The world is falling apart. And like, okay, now I need to sit here and be a mentor. Now I need to sit here and be a therapist. Now I need to sit here and do like be Olivia Pope in your life. I'm just like, oh girl, I love you, but I also love me. And right now I'm giving more of myself to loving you than to loving me.
Yeah. And I think the older you get, the more selfish you get. I think we're all kind of like,
and selfish is that's not a negative connotation. It's not a bad word. Watch episode 3 if you didn't know that.
You're allowed to be selfish. You're allowed to like say no. And I think a lot of times, especially with female friendships, like we're very like, we have to be there for each other. Like this is like girlhood. It's like an unbreakable bond. But I don't know. I just like disagree with that, because I think that like there are people in your lives that are just going to completely deplete you and like leave you with nothing. And those types of friends, especially when you're older and you have like other things to tend to, it's like, is this actually serving you? And just going back to like the proximity thing, it's like, I feel like a lot of those like draining friends are probably the ones that you've maybe like kept in the roster forever
because of the proximity.
You went to like college with them, or you've known them for years. Like your parents were friends and their family friends. It's just like, if you weren't in that proximity, would you still be friends with this person? Most likely, probably not. Like,
and even on the flip side, I even feel like, let's say this is a person that you just met like 3 months ago, right? They're not like a long time high school friend, but they're like they have to speak to you every single day, and it's always like the world is burning. I need you. I need you. I need you. Or I got this going on. I need you. I need you. I need you. That right there is also a proximity friend, because again, are you hanging out with them because you chose to hang out with them? Like, okay, we haven't spoken in a while and I really miss Jillian. Let's schedule a day to hang out. Or are you still friends because like they're constantly in your face every single day? Like, I need you, and you're the kind of person who will pour in if somebody needs to be needed.
But just like going off the crisis friend, there's just so many different like, I don't know about you, but I'll like categorize my friends. Like I have like my low hello back to one. Hello. I have my low maintenance friends. I'll have my crisis friends. I have like the friend that is like the mother of the group. I don't know. Like it's like funny. Like you have like different archetypes where it's like everybody kind of like fits in like a box. Like,
everybody has like a role to play, and that's why I feel like we go through the culling every single every 7 years. Again. No, we're gonna have a fucking time count. Not time. Jesus Christ. We're gonna have a word counter every time we say culling. It just goes up by one.
Yes.
But yes, that's why I feel like we go through the culling every 7 years, because that's when you go through like these significant changes in your life, and maybe you don't need that certain kind of friend that you needed before. Like for example, I remember when I was in college, I would have or college, post college, you know, when I was still real young and hot, I had I had like my club friend. Like every every Thursday, Friday, Saturday, we was in the club in a miniskirt throwing ass, right?
Yeah.
I had my brunch friends, like, you know, Sunday mornings after church, like we went and got cute food. I had my church friends too, or I had like my, you know, like, and then I feel like as I got older, I had less of a need for a club friend, because that was what we had in common. But as I've gotten older now, I don't really y'all ain't gonna see me in a club.
Well, the club is in a flop era, but that's a completely different topic.
Y'all not gonna bitches still be in a club.
But there are like categories of friends, like your going out friends, the church friends.
Now I got more mom friends. I have mom friends. I have friends with dogs, and like, because I myself am a mother, right? So
I'm a mother.
I need you to never forget that I'm a mother. I have my 8-year-old Henny. That's my baby girl.
Yeah.
So I have other pet parents.
Yeah.
Who just understand, like, we do little doggy dates. Mind you, I'm speaking as a mother of not a human child, right? So we do our little doggy dates together, go on hikes for our babies. Like, I love that. And then now when I'm in LA, I have my content creator friends. Like, we just know that, hey, when we out and about, we hanging out, it's fun, but it's
digital
also work.
Cameras on deck.
Yes.
Yeah, I think that's really what it is. Like, when you get older, you find friends that like fit more of like the categories that you're interested in, and that's why you probably do have the
culling.
You have the culling where it's like, oh yeah, this doesn't really fit into my lifestyle anymore, or like, oh, we were just friends by proximity. And I feel like a lot of times, I don't know, I used to like beat myself up about that. Like, I'm like, oh, I don't really connect with this person, but like we've been friends forever. It doesn't matter. Like the distance, or sorry, not distance, the time that you know somebody.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, it sucks to let go of like a very like lifelong friend, but if you're not connecting with them anymore and like your categories of interest have changed, that's okay. And that's like, cut that bitch off. But I mean, we're not like saying that in like it sounds like mean a bit, and like I don't
even think it sounds mean. I think it's saying that like as you evolve and the things that you need in life, like the things that you need out of life and the people in your life change, then the people in your life have to change with it.
Yeah.
Like I said,
I don't think we talk about that enough, actually, where it's like we are all constantly changing and evolving and like becoming like the 2.3, 5.0 of like who we are. And why do we think that like the people that like we're at this level with us should be here? I don't know. I think like that's one thing, if the people are evolving with you into the same direction. But
those are my longest friends. I've noticed, like my friend for 15 years, he's grown with me. Like Kita, she has my bestie. We've been friends for 7 years. She's grown with me. So those stay with me because, like, again, he's not the same person that I knew 15 years ago. She's not the same person that I knew 7 years ago. I'm not the same bitch that I was in the past. So we've been able to meet each other at those new phases of our lives and like grow together. Right. But I've noticed the friends that I've cut off are friends that I feel like were not growing with me, like
and fit a certain purpose at a certain time. Precisely. And that's like okay. But I think we don't really like, we think of it as like harsh and mean, but it's like, okay, you outgrow a job, you outgrow an apartment, like
you can outgrow people. I think of it as curation. Like you curate the people in your life to fit your lifestyle and to fit what you need.
I think it's important to make like your adventures like as your friends, like you were saying, like curate an aesthetic, curate a vibe. It's so important. Like as you get older, like don't let like people that aren't lifting you up and like bringing value to your life like hang out.
Everybody serves a purpose, right? So like even with me, I've noticed that in my current friendships, I'm looking for people that have certain characteristics that I feel like I need to gain out of life, right? Like, so for example, I like in my current friendships, I really value people who like will just tell me the truth. Like, I feel like there's no purpose in calling somebody your friend if one, you're not willing to listen to their advice, and two, if they're just like a yes man. Y'all already know how much I hate me a yes man. So people that are willing to just give me the raw, honest truth in a way that's in love, I feel like I really value that. That's why with you, whenever I make a piece of content, I'm sending it to Jillian. I'm like, hey, watch this video real quick. Tell me what you think, because I value your opinion, and I know that in love, you're going to tell me the raw truth.
Yeah.
And I value that.
Yeah.
That's a green flag for me. That's the number one green flag in friendships for me. What are some of your friendship green flags?
I think for me, the biggest green flag is like a friend who can really understand your boundaries. Because if you have a friend who can understand your limit or like your capacity.
Oh shit, did you just get that from me?
No,
bro, I literally in my brain I was saying it because there's a saying in Nigeria, and I always say this. I'm like, if you know your limits, then you will know your capacity.
Oh, I feel like that was like a That's So Raven moment. Maybe we had like a little
I swear.
telepathic moment.
That's crazy. I love that. I love when like things just transcend. Anyway, continue.
So yeah, I think like just having a friend who allows you to have those boundaries and respects your boundaries, because so many times in friendships you are like, I feel like some friends will like poke your limits.
Yes.
And like having a friend who's like just knows, hey, this is her boundary, or like this is like she's
at capacity.
She's at capacity and respects it. Like you can I've had friends who like can know my boundary, but like they're not like afraid to push it. And it's like, is that a real friend? Yes.
So a couple of days ago when we were texting, you wanted me to post something on Instagram, and I was like, oh, well, I'm already posting this video, so I can't collab this. And like, I was literally, my trauma response was I was already going into this long ass explanation as to why I can't, and I'm so sorry, and I will be better moving forward. And literally Jillian was just like, okay, I got you, babe. I completely understand. No worries. And I was just like, wait, you're not gonna push? Like, you're not gonna say, Tolu, you need to. And that right there, like, and it's such a small thing. I don't even think you noticed, but I noticed, and I was just like, oh my gosh, this is what it feels like to have a friend where, like, if I say no, she understands that my no is not a personal attack to her. It's just like, you respect that no. And that, so when you say a friend respecting your boundaries, that 1000%.
Yeah, and like it's like something as little as that. Like I know what you're talking about, like when I wanted you to collab the podcast video. But the thing is, it's like everybody has like their reasons of like not wanting to do something, and like it's like kind of like a bully if someone like tries to push it.
I can speak for myself. I never recognized it as like a bullying type of thing. I just recognize it as, oh, well, I'm not meeting their needs, so I'm at fault. Right? But again, like we spoke about last episode, when you finally recognize that you yourself have intrinsic value, you don't feel like, oh, I have to supply. Like, it's not a supply demand kind of friendship. Like, oh, you have a need and I must supply it. It's like, oh no, well, you have a need, I have a need. We both needy bitches, and that's okay. Yeah. Like, I don't necessarily have to supply your need. You don't necessarily have to supply my need, but we have to respect the fact that we both need different things at this moment, and we shouldn't like push each other to be beyond our capacity. That's why I feel like the high maintenance friends are so high maintenance. It's not even necessarily like because they need something all the time, but even more so the fact that like you constantly need to do something, be something for them in order for the friendship to feel like, okay, now I'm doing my part. Whereas I feel like my longest lasting friendships, the only role I needed to fulfill in those friendships was the role of Tolu. And I do that 24/7, 25/8, right? But all the other friends that I found, like I've called throughout the years, is because I needed to be something significantly more. Like, I needed to be Tolu and a therapist. I needed to be Tolu and the friend that shows up at 2:00 in the morning. I needed to be Tolu and a big sister. I need to be Tolu and. Yeah. But the people that just like allow me to be Tolu, full stop, I don't need a caveat to it, those are the friends that I found have withstood the test of time. Yeah. Because I just feel like, okay, I just need to show up as me. Whatever version of me I happen to be today, you're gonna accept that, you're gonna love that, and I feel safe in that.
I think if you are not enough as like who you are at base, like base value.
Yeah,
base value.
Your intrinsic value.
Your intrinsic value. That was the word of the day last week. But yeah, I think like if you feel like you have to overdo it, like it's just not like a safe space for you.
I like how every week we have a word of a day. Last week was intrinsic, and then this week is culling.
Culling, yeah.
I feel like it's so weird, especially in our big age now, to have frenemies. Like, why do we have people that were like, are you my friend? Are you my enemy? I don't know. Like, if you don't know, and there's that, what's the word? There's that ambiguity about like, is this person a positive in my life or a negative in my life? Can you control alt delete? Because it really ain't nothing to cut that bitch off.
Yeah.
Like snip, snip, ho, for real. Because I just feel like we're too grown now. Frenemies was such a thing of like adolescence, and that's because in adolescence you're learning who you are, you're learning what you need, and part of becoming an adult is understanding who you are and what you need, and being able to traverse life based upon that. Like if you know that this person does not serve you, or you're confused as to whether or not they do or don't serve you, then baby, just let that go.
Yeah.
Let it go. Let it go.
I think that's really what it is. It's like the emotional ATMs, the frenemies, all those people that are just like, you look at them and you're like, is this serving a purpose? If you have to question a friendship, I just don't think it needs to be like around.
Yeah. I feel like if you are not my friend and I'm confused, like, are you my friend? Are you my enemy? It's either you are my friend or you're not my friend.
Yeah.
There is no gray area like, oh, sometimes you're my friend, sometimes you're my arch nemesis.
That's just like what trauma at the end of the day too. Like I don't want a friend that's like a roller coaster ride.
I'm not subscribing to trauma. I've noticed that like I can speak on female friendships. I don't know male friendships specifically because like I'm not a man to know how men interact with each other. But from an outsider looking in, I'm like, I feel as though female friendships like genuinely feel like a relation. Like I said this last episode, but they genuinely feel like a relationship to me. Like the only thing that my female friendships don't provide me is some dick. Like they don't eat my punani and they don't give me dick. That's the only thing missing from my female friendships. But like another green flag that I really, really covet in my friendships is attention to detail. To me, it's not even like, oh, you understand. It's more like I feel seen. Like if I say something and I say like the smallest thing in passing and then my friend like remembers and does something about it, I feel like, oh my gosh, this person knows me. And to be known and to be seen is to be loved.
In like romantic relationships, we talk about love languages, but that like totally goes into like your friendships. And I don't think we think about that, but like your same love languages are probably the same ones that you expect from your friends.
Everybody needs to, I feel like every 7 years through the culling, we have to.
Now this bitch is just trying to say culling. Like it was not even necessary.
Every 7 years, like we have to. Or damn, I forgot what I was about to say. See, this is what happens when this bitch
interjects.
Every
7 years, you have to do a culling. Is basically what you're gonna. That was the.
No, I'm gonna say every 7 years, like after you do the culling, you should also kind of like think about, all right, the people that survived getting kicked off the island, how are they still to me? Like, okay, you were my associate. Do I wanna elevate you to friend, close friend, best friend? Or like, how are we still feeling? Do I want to drop you down to acquaintance level? Like, I don't know. But you, what are you? I don't know. I said that. Vampire.
That's so
oh my God. Can we do a Twilight watch party, please? Can you watch it again?
Why? I hate that like Twilight is just like intertwined in this whole episode.
I love it. I'm sorry. My Twilight phase, she's still here.
Yeah.
I loved the books. Still my favorite young adult novels. And I loved the movies. They were so bad, but they were so good how bad they were.
Yeah, I watched it like after I took an edible, so that for me was like hilarious.
And everything was blue. Was it still blue?
Yeah, the lighting was not. Someone was not like understanding the assignment, or I guess understanding the assignment. Maybe that was like an aesthetic choice, but
they shouldn't have made that choice.
I mean, it was a lot.
It reminds me of when Beyonce was so opposed to blue lighting. I don't know if you watched her documentary, because she was like, blue does not look good on black people. And she wasn't wrong.
Ooh, okay, so what are you unsubscribing to this week?
This week, I think I'm unsubscribing to some people that I thought were my friend that now through this conversation, this episode, I've realized are not.
Oh my gosh.
I'm not
a reality
gonna
check.
lie. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. Like throughout the course of us talking for the past, y'all, we speak for like at least a solid 2 hours. Y'all really only get an hour of it. But or not y'all.
Well, we just go on too many tangents.
Yeah.
That's the thing.
The ADHD do be ADHD.
Oh, it's so bad. We gotta like figure out.
It be D'ing us down.
Yeah. it's not good. That's what I'm unsubscribing to, honestly.
You're unsubscribing to ADHD?
Yeah.
How, Sway? Tell me.
Show me your ways.
But yeah, I'm unsubscribing to some friends. Like I've realized that, okay, I did my 7-year culling like maybe a couple years ago. I need to go ahead and actually last year I called some bitches for show. But I need to go ahead and do a reculling because there are some friends that when we were speaking of our red flag, I was like, oh shit. Like as you were talking, I had certain people that were just like playing like a little, what's the word? Like a little compilation in my brain. I said, oh,
not us being advised by our
not
advice.
Us reading each other.
I think that's like the worst part when you're like giving advice or like listening to advice and you're like, damn, I should probably take this in my own life too. Like this is bars. Like this is tea. Yeah. But I think it's a lot harder to like apply things. Like it's easier to give your friend advice, but then it's like, you know what I'm saying? Like it's like really hard to like apply the advice.
It's
sometimes.
Like easier to be an outsider looking in. Now when you're in the group, it's like how I look outside. Maybe I'm in here.
I know.
So what are some things you're unsubscribing to?
I think for me, I'm unsubscribing to letting the emotional ATM friend continue to make withdrawals, because we all know like whoever the person is that's like you said, like there's like the person's like flickering in your head, like the alarm is going off. It's like, why are we allowing that type of friend, that archetype of friend, to be in our circle? Why are we allowing ourselves to be completely drained all the time? Or like when we look at our phone and we like roll our eyes, it's like why give space and energy to that type of friend? So yeah, I am just not subscribing to the emotional ATM. But what I am subscribing to, and what everyone should subscribe to, is Pretty Unhinged, the podcast.
I agree.
Apple, Spotify, YouTube, wherever you get your podcasts. Okay, just listen.
And yep. And also don't forget to rate us 5 stars, like, comment, subscribe, and share. Don't be shy. Share.
And let us know what you guys like and what topics you want us to talk about next.
And please, I beg of you guys, like go ahead and slide in our DMs or slide in our comments. We post almost every day on all socials at It's Pretty Unhinged. And just let us know how you feel, what you want to hear, what's going on in your life. Like I would love for us to just open this channel up so that you can be more involved. Yeah. I want to hear what you're going through. I want to be able to kind of like talk and riff off of some things you got going on in your life. So don't be shy, y'all. Share this podcast and share your stories.
Exactly. And with that, we'll see you next week on another episode of
Pretty Unhinged. Bye. Bye.